Hey, Cooter.
Joe!
Check this out. There's anywhere but here, man, on this here podcast.
Oh, I like me some podcasts, man.
What y'all talking about?
We're talking about anywhere but here.
What's anywhere but here? Anywhere but here in Mississippi?
No, man, anywhere but here over in England.
Hey, we ain't in England.
I know, but that's where the England's from.
What?
Hey, Cletus, remember when we went and saw that movie about the wars in the stars and they had like lightsabers and stuff like that? Well, these people here talk about things we like.
Really?
I guarantee.
Well, hot diggity damn. What we waiting for?
Anywhere but here podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Anywhere But Here. This is episode number 80, I don't know, 86?
85.
85, I can't remember. We're all out of sync.
Well done.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
Oh, I fucked it up already. You can find us at abhpod.com where all of our shows are up there for you to listen to. And also there is an Amazon banner up in the top right hand corner where if you click on that, you can go through to amazon.co.uk, although it works for overseas as well.
Yeah, you just got to wait a bit longer, a couple more weeks for the shipping.
Do your shopping. We get 5% of what you buy, which is great because it means that we can continue doing this for as long as you keep buying stuff, I guess.
Yes, and I did actually get a little payment from Amazon.
Oh, really?
That's in an envelope over on the side, ready for hosting costs when it comes up.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
You all need to know that. Also, like Tom said, if you go over to our website, you can find our other podcasts on all the respective podcast pages. There are links in the right-hand sidebar, where you can find the Stitcher and iTunes buttons, and you click on those and you can head on over there and subscribe if you enjoy it. You can also leave ratings and comments, which does help others find us.
It does indeed.
Even if it's only a 1-star rating, it's a star.
It's something.
Don't do that. No.
To be fair, I haven't checked the iTunes for a little while. There might be ratings on there and reviews.
No, maybe we'll have to look that up for next week.
Perhaps.
Whoops.
What else? You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/abhpod, where we occasionally post funny videos of dogs running into the sea.
That was amazing. That was so good. Oh.
It was fun.
Oh, it was like riding on the back of a golden retriever.
True, or the back of, what's it, from Neverending Story.
Oh, yeah.
It looked a bit like that.
Falcor. Fucking hell, I pulled that right out of the air.
Well done.
Well, out of the air. Flying dragon.
He was.
No, I was going to say about that video, actually. I know we're doing the spiel before, but about that video where Ian from Ridgecast commented and said as soon as he saw the water, like I had that same thing. I was like, oh, there's some water over there. That fucking dog loves the water.
It does.
To fucking run that far. Anyway, you can also find us on Twitter, where that probably would have been reposted from Facebook. It automatically goes over. You would have found it there as well. Find us at ABHpod.
You can almost email us at abhpod@gmail.com, where if you would prefer to stay slightly anonymous or I don't know,
join Robbie in the ranks of emailing.
Yeah.
We did have an email off of him again, and also the other Cornwall guy, Dave.
Dave Williams,
he emailed us as well. Email us, like Tom said, abhpod@gmail.com. You can find us. We do record ourselves on camera most weeks.
We do.
Usually when we've got guests or we're doing special episodes, we don't.
Yeah.
But that is youtube.com/abhpodcast, where you can sit and watch us.
I'd say 90% of our episodes have been filmed so far.
Yeah, we did start very early, didn't we?
Yeah, 3, I think.
Yeah, with Corky, 3.5.
Indeed, yeah.
Episode 3.5.
And you can also go on Twitter as well. Look for the hashtag PodPals to find all of our other associated podcasts and friends out there.
That we generally forget some, so we try not to. I think all podcasts have kind of become aware of that. All the PodPals now, all of them are saying, look for the hashtag PodPals and try not to mention specific ones.
It's a good idea because you always forget someone or, leave someone out who you probably shouldn't. Yeah. And you feel bad.
You do.
So, hashtag PodPals. That's where you go to find everyone else.
Yeah.
Follow and subscribe and listen to them.
Because they're all great. They are very good. Unfortunately, one of them is leaving our ranks.
Yes.
Or has left our ranks, the JT Movie Podcast. Yeah. We don't really mention a lot.
It's true. I mean...
We've conversed with them, or you have specifically conversed with them quite a lot on Twitter, and I listen to them, and
they will be missed. Yeah, because their banter is really good back and forth, but there have been some health issues there.
Yeah, and I think, like I was going to say, I think a lot of the people who listen to it probably know or assume that it's the health issues that are the cause of this, but they haven't specifically said. And it's up to them, isn't
exactly,
it?
yeah.
They don't need to explain why they're doing it. Or maybe they do just feel genuinely like they've run their course. Maybe they're getting out before it gets bad.
Although one of
quite
them...
sensible, I suppose.
One of the guys has set up a new podcast, new film podcast called The Dog Never Dies.
Which
and
it's brilliant.
It's such a great title. I love it. And it's all about disaster movies.
Yeah.
So, I
forget which one it is. Yeah, no, I don't know the names.
Yeah, I get
I know the names, but
I can't remember which one set up the page. That's the problem, and I don't have Facebook open, and my laptop's messing about, so I can't.
No,
should probably have looked it up before.
Probably,
but yeah. So there is a new podcast out of the ashes of an old one. So
good luck to them.
If you like those guys, go and subscribe to that one.
Yes. Yeah, that was a bit... Where did we go off on that?
I don't know.
Because I said we don't mention them, although one of them's leaving. It's my fault, sorry. Also, one that we shouldn't mention them specifically, but let's get into the proper episode now and actually have conversations instead of stumbling. But I was listening to the latest Nerd Church episode, which was released a day early, which I'm thankful for.
Yes.
So I could listen to it at work, because usually they release on a Friday, and I'm usually finished work, so I've got to wait till Monday to listen to it. But I had a geek out moment where, like, a podcast that I absolutely love with people that I love mentioned a website that I love, and they mentioned Rooster Teeth.
Yes, yeah, because they've not done that before, and I know that you are a big fan of the Rooster Teeth organisation as a whole.
Yes. Yeah, and they mentioned Red versus Blue specifically. It was Ira was going through his Netflix recommendations, and I saw Red versus Blues on the UK one as well, because I started watching. They've put like each season they're only like 5-10 minute episodes, but they've lumped them all together. Not even that, I don't think, in the first season they lumped them all together, so the whole season is one film basically on and it is really funny, and they've actually redid like season 1 and 2, because that was really bad quality, which is on the website, you can see it, but on Netflix it's really high quality.
Okay.
And it's very funny. You should go and watch it. You don't need to be a Halo fan, it's just funny.
I kind of wish I'd known that this week, because I ended up not being very well this week. Right. I had the week off work.
That's why you kept playing Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Yeah.
I kept seeing you on PlayStation. No,
I didn't. Did I? Yeah, I did.
You did.
Yeah.
I went on there twice this week, and both times you were playing Lego Marvel Superheroes.
I'm just trying to clear up on that game now.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
So big.
It's huge. Yeah. But I got to also edit the latest Tom and Joe show and get it out on time.
Yes.
Because we did that on Sunday evening, and it had to go out by Thursday.
Yeah. I kept thinking, why is it not showing up on my... Sorry, I'm playing with lots of devices here.
It's all right, I've been sorting out my microphone.
Why is it not showing up on Pocket Cast? Why is it not showing up? Because I'm not subscribed on there. I'm subscribed on Stitcher. And I haven't opened my Stitcher app. So when I go back to work on Monday, I will open my Stitcher app to listen to it, because listening on Stitcher helps podcasts immensely.
Yes.
You get 1 or 2 plays and you jump like 10,000 places in their ratings. It's insane.
So... that would be a good place to go and find us.
Yes.
But I was just horrendously sick on Monday morning. Yeah. I felt fine. I had a great weekend last weekend. Got up for work on Monday, felt fine. 5 minutes away from work, started feeling a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
And then by 11 o'clock, I'd chucked what was in my guts up, and that wasn't very much.
Oh.
If I'm honest, it was just bile and nastiness.
No, that's the worst. That hurts. That's sick.
Yeah, really does. And then a couple more times during the day, I tried to man it out.
Oh.
And it just didn't work. So, by the end of the day, I think I managed to stick around until about 2:30.
Yeah.
And then got sent home, and then had to pull the taxi over halfway home to be ill again in front of a load of schoolgirls who'd just got out of school. They weren't impressed.
No. You should have just done what I did. Remember the episode when we had Loz on?
Yeah.
We were talking about the taxi ride home from the wedding.
Yes.
You should have just done that. Just open the window, just hold as you're driving along the road.
Yeah, no, this guy, he was fine about it, but...
as long as you're not sick in his taxi,
nice.
I don't
exactly.
think
he was like, after a while of doing school runs with kids with delicate stomachs or late night club things, you kind of learn to just have a pack of stuff that you need, like
just to clean up.
Yeah. But he didn't have to with me. He just gave me a couple of wet wipes.
Yeah. Just clean yourself up.
But yeah, so then I just spent the first half of last week being horrendously sick.
Yeah.
And then the second half of last week trying to recover because I'd pulled muscles everywhere.
Yeah. That's the thing. Being sick, like vomiting, is so hard on your body.
Yeah, it's not nice.
I'm just glad it doesn't happen very often.
No, I don't get sick very often.
No.
I can't remember the last time I had a bug like that. And I hoped that it was just a 24-hour thing, but it turned into more of a kind of 48, 72-hour thing, and it was tiring,
Did you have to end up going to the doctors to get your sick note?
No. I just took the week off. I'm allowed.
Oh, they let you do that.
It's something like 3 or 4 instances a year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then
most workplaces that I've been to, like especially where I am now, it's like if you're off for more than 3 days, you need to go to the doctors and get them to sign you off sick for the week. And if you don't, then you get investigated. It's like, even if they send you home. First day, it's ridiculous.
This was the thing. Like, I stayed there for the majority of the day on the Monday, and as I was being kind of packed away, they were like, right, it's been your decision to go home, so this counts as an incident. And I thought, instance, and that's it. And I thought, well, hold on.
You've sent me home.
Yeah, well, no, I said I can't do this because I've done virtually no work all day. So I had to have the rest of the week off, but I'd have stayed off the rest of the week anyway. Because if it's gonna count as an instance,
might as well make it count.
Yeah, no, too fucking right. But I was majorly ill.
Yeah. Wow. Fun.
But.
No. Well, sorry about that, man.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I mean, this is why I've not had a massive presence on social media or anything like that. But I stayed in watching Netflix instead.
Yes, it's awesome, isn't it?
While I was editing the podcast, I managed to blast my way through most of the first season of the X-Men cartoon.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm desperately trying to get Chloe to watch it. She's not interested. No, it's so sad.
Rubbish.
So sad. And tried to get her to... Because I wanted to watch The Last Airbender.
Okay, yeah, I've never seen that.
And I watched 2 episodes with her and she just doesn't want to watch it anymore. It's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I saw of it, it's really good. And like, there's no other times I can watch it.
No.
Yeah. And I mean, like you say, you were trying to clear up on Lego Marvel while you were off. I've actually... I got The Last of Us. I don't know if I ever spoke about it on the podcast.
I don't know.
I got The Last of Us remastered for the PS4. Fucking fantastic. And then for some reason, I think it was the summer shutdown. I got it in the summer shutdown. The first week I played it, like intensely. Like I played a lot of it, and then it just stopped playing it for some reason. And then I've had to pick it up again because I need to finish it before Tuesday because Destiny comes out.
And
I'll never finish The Last of Us if I haven't finished it by Tuesday. Luckily, I'm on late, so I will be getting up tomorrow morning and I'll be playing The Last of Us. And I will get home from work and I will be playing The Last of Us, trying to finish it. I'm not trying to like clear up, get all the trophies. I just want to finish it because it's good. I picked it up last week, like Thursday or Friday, and I started playing it. And I just thought to myself, why the fuck did I stop playing this? It's amazing. It's so good. Yeah. And all I managed to do in that section of it, I was just going around houses trying to like pick up bullets and because bullets are scarce.
Yeah.
And like you get upgrade parts and things, and you get like half a pair of scissors. You get one blade from pairs of scissors. You always pick them up. You don't pick up a pair of scissors. You just pick up a blade. Which they call shanks in them because you like strap them to baseball bats and things to just have more of an impact. It's amazing. It's so good. But yeah, so like I've been that was all I did. I was just going around. Oh no. Actually, if anyone's played it, there's a guy called Harold because I tweeted about it.
Right.
And I said, oh shit, Harold didn't take that well. And it's just like if anyone's played it, they know what I'm talking about. It's fucking funny. Like it's just it's not funny at all. It's just quite shocking.
It's gruesome.
Sat there and I was like, oh, fuck me. But yeah, so
no, I do need to get that eventually.
You pick it up on the PS3. It's the same game. Be cheap. It's just different graphically, but such a good game. And then Destiny, you can pick up on the PS3 as well.
True.
And if you do, and then if you ever upgrade to the PS4, it's a free upgrade apparently.
Apparently so, yeah. So
I read yesterday or the day before. Yeah.
I need to look into more about it. I just saw that offer with Game the other day and retweeted that, which they quite enjoyed.
Isn't the white PS4 just stunning?
Does look nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The contrast of the white and the black, like together, is up.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I did say to Liz the other day. I was like, oh, kind of wish I had that one. She was, sorry, I got you this shit one. I was like, well, no, there wasn't a choice at the time.
Yeah.
If there was, I would have gone for the white one. But then it gets dirty.
That's the problem,
like,
isn't
Nintendo Wii picks up dust and gets dirty. Like
that said, all of my consoles are black, and it shows up dust as well. They go grey.
Yeah, but then the good thing is, it's like you've got all these black consoles, and then there's just like a shimmering white one sat next to it, and it's just. We love you, Sony. Yeah, so did you see anything in the news this week?
Well, there's been that that massive case about the family from over here, the King family, who their 5-year-old son has got brain cancer.
Oh yeah,
they escaped from Southampton Hospital.
Yeah,
and did a runner. It was like a spy thriller.
Yeah, he had
he
had oxygen tank, didn't he? Or was
he
like,
had
like not life support, but there was machines keeping him alive.
It ran off a battery.
Yeah,
and it got to the day that the battery should have run out, and then they popped up in Malaga in Spain.
Yeah, wasn't it the day for his operation, or the day before his operation, and then they just went fuck this and disappeared?
Yeah, well, basically what it was, they want this type of surgery that the NHS was unprepared to give them, called proton surgery.
Oh, so it's come out now?
Yeah.
Because last I heard, nobody knew why they disappeared.
No.
And their son was a Jehovah's Witness.
That's
so
right. They're Jehovah's Witnesses. And when I first heard about it, I started looking up Jehovah's Witnesses and their beliefs to do with like medicine,
blood transfusions and things like that.
And it kind of depends on your kind of on how fervent your belief is, basically.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things.
Yeah,
like,
of course it
like
is.
with Mormons, they have multiple wives and they're not allowed caffeine and they're not allowed to drink. And it's like...
But it's...
Multiple wives is very archaic. Like, there's some, like, fundamentalists who still believe in that. The caffeine thing is, like, it's not in their, like, gospels that you're not allowed to drink caffeine. It's don't poison your body, and caffeine is a drug. So, but you can drink.
Yeah.
Caffeine.
Exactly.
It's as a Mormon. It just depends how strict you are.
Yeah. If you're a fanatic, then not at all. But if you're kind of moderate and have a semblance of whatever
sense.
But yeah, so they escaped to Spain. There was a massive manhunt. The British courts put out an international arrest warrant on the parents.
International arrest?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Well, the son is still, today, still a ward of the state.
Yeah.
Which means that his parents don't actually have legal ownership, legal custody of him at the moment.
Really?
Yeah. Because he was snatched out of the country against the advice of doctors who were trying to save his life.
I suppose it is
what it is, this proton therapy that they wanted because they said that they were going to go to a place in Prague that does this proton therapy, and it basically concentrates on the particular area where the tumour is,
right,
rather than the radiotherapy they were going to get over here, which could affect the entire brain.
Oh, I see.
That it could cause damage to more of the brain.
But I suppose it's sort of an experimental, or not experimental. It's not been approved by our.
Yeah. We don't do it over here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the reasons behind that are. I didn't really look into
it hasn't.
that.
There's not been enough extensive. Usually, it's the testing hasn't been extensive enough in this country yet. Like they probably are still going through the testing and looking for side effects and things. Really, a lot stricter on like therapies and which is fine because it could have long-term damaging results. Yeah,
precisely. But so we put out an international arrest warrant for this couple, and they surfaced in Malaga because the older brother, is a massive YouTuber.
Yeah, apparently so.
And that's kind of how they found a lot of information about where they were going, and the fact they had links to Spain because they said obviously they wanted to go to Prague to get this therapy done on the kid. And that's the initial place they looked, but then they realised that the family has a house out in Spain, and that could also be another route. And they turned up in Malaga in Spain a few days later, the day the battery was going to die. and they went to a hospital there. The parents were then arrested and taken to prison,
right?
Because
in Spain,
there's a warrant out for their arrest for effectively kidnapping their own son.
Yeah, I suppose it's attempted manslaughter, really.
Well,
isn't it,
this is the thing, because they weren't sure
putting
about
somebody's life in danger.
Yeah, they weren't sure about the religious beliefs getting in the way of curing the kid. So that was the that's why he's become a ward of the state. Now, however, like within 24 hours, they were released from Spanish prison. But yeah, still the child is ward of our state, but they're allowing them to go to Prague to get this therapy now. And I believe it's happening either today or tomorrow.
Fucking hell.
So it's been a whole week virtually, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster, and I can't imagine how they feel. But at first I was like, oh God, they're going to kill the son.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like your initial thought is fucking arseholes putting his life in danger. But then on the other hand, you're thinking, no, they're doing what they think is best for their son. Entirely.
And actually, they were saying that they didn't want to tell people they were going to Spain.
Yeah.
Because...
Can you tighten that up anymore?
No.
Bollocks.
Because effectively they didn't want to tell people where they were going, but they knew that they wanted to get eventually to Prague to get to this kind of this centre that does this proton therapy. So it's been a bit of a weird one, that.
Yeah, it's...
So they were just doing everything in their power to...
Yeah, it's like I say, on the one hand, you think they're irresponsible. I mean, it is irresponsible in a sense.
In a way, but I suppose they had a bigger plan, didn't they?
Yeah, it is, being as a parent myself, you would do anything.
And that's what
kids.
Everyone has been saying all throughout the ordeal.
Yeah. It's not like they left him in a room on his own when they went out drinking at a hotel, is it?
No, precisely. No. Yeah, they always had him on their person.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that was the big story of this week, apart from obviously everything happening in the Ukraine, which I don't really want to touch on.
I think one of the big stories this week, as far as I saw, was the Fappening.
The Fappening?
Yeah, Celebgate. You've not heard about this?
Of course, yeah. So that happened on the Monday when I got really, really sick.
So you've not been in the loop on it. Yeah, that was an interesting one, wasn't it?
Wasn't it just? Have we...
How do we feel about it?
I don't feel bad about it.
No, but...
Why would they have those pictures stored in a cloud, for fuck's sake?
That is the big thing, isn't it?
This is for those of you who don't know.
Of course. I've got it here.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Almost 200 pictures of various celebrities, mostly consisting of females, funnily enough.
Yeah.
And with many containing nudity. They were posted on 4chan, which is...
A file sharing website?
No, it's like extreme Reddit.
Oh, right, okay.
It's fucking mental. It's where Anonymous hang out. That's where Anonymous came from.
Right, okay.
I believe. Please don't.
Anonymous are our friends, aren't they?
And later basically somebody managed to hack into what you've got is Apple's iCloud, which is brilliant. It's a way to back up all of your contacts, all of your pictures, all of your videos, all of your apps. You back it up to the cloud. So when you get a new iPhone, you just log into your account and it downloads everything that was on your old phone. Yeah. It's an easy way to do it. It's brilliant. The problem is, for some reason, people automatically back up you do. You back up your camera roll so you don't have to remember to back it up. But people take nude pictures on their iPhone and send it to people, and that gets backed up to the iCloud. Which Apple is saying it's very secure. These were very targeted attacks. People knew what they wanted, and they were guessing usernames and passwords. They must be geniuses.
I was going to say,
Apple. There's no problem with the security.
No, not at all. It's not. No, it's nothing to do with the firewalls of the cloud, is it? But it's people guessing people's passwords.
But these pictures had been circulating on the dark net, I suppose, for weeks, which had been traded privately for bitcoins and things for weeks, and then eventually it was on the 31st of August, people just started posting them to 4chan. And it's like, you say Jennifer Lawrence, Kirsten Dunst. Really? Lots of people. Who else have we got in here? You've got Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I saw this great meme about no, I don't know who these people on here are, but I will look at the pictures anyway. So, Kate Upton.
Yeah,
we know Kate Upton. With her boyfriend Kaylee Cuoco.
No.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Jill Scott.
Nope.
Ariana Grande.
No.
She's a singer and she's in really annoying Nickelodeon programs. There's a lot of people, and Victoria Justice is as well. There's a lot of people, but the funny one, well, not funny, the worst one is that the Olympic gymnast, Michaela Maroney,
oh, right.
US gymnast, she denied they were her and then she confirmed and said they were taken when she was underage. So they quickly got pulled down because it started going on Reddit and there was a subreddit called the Fappening.
Yeah.
Which is like the happening and Fap, brilliant, genius internet. So there was that, and that's where they were all being posted eventually, and
I see.
Loads of other image hosting websites because they're quickly getting pulled down and shit like that because people are suing.
Yeah. The thing is with the internet, as soon as these pictures are out there, they're out there. You can't control that.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like I say, the thing is, it's like, yeah, on the surface, I've got nothing against this at all. People want to share them, they'll share them.
Yep. That's the internet's prerogative.
Yeah. And, if we decide we want to look at them,
then
they're out there, so why not?
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, if it was like pictures of Joe and Liz getting shared out there and people were like, well, they're out there, you'd be like, I don't fucking care. I don't want you looking at them.
How do you think Chris Martin feels? I don't think he gives a fuck, personally.
No. But
that to me is a sensible upgrade.
Yes. Yes. It is. Yeah.
Good man. I hope his music now gets more upbeat.
Katniss Everdeen over Pepper Potts all day. But yeah, his music should go upbeat, really, shouldn't it? You got her.
I always thought that when he first got with Gwyneth Paltrow, it's like, why is your music so dour?
Yeah.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow. She's good looking. She's
But she's not Jennifer Lawrence.
So I can only imagine he's now going to come out with a reggae album or something like that,
Either that or it's going to be like the better looking his girlfriend is, the more blue his music goes.
Oh, God.
So it's just going to be like just droning dribble now. I loved their first album, Parachutes.
They're all right. I don't,
and Rush of Blood to the Head was all right.
They're an easy band to take the piss out of because they're just a bit bland and middle of the road and non-offensive.
I could quite happily sit in a park with a picnic and have them on in the background.
Yeah.
It wouldn't offend me.
Like, I don't listen to them out of choice, but if a song of theirs comes on...
I'm not going to turn it off.
No.
Liz does.
Yeah.
She can't stand his voice.
Some of the songs are a little bit... but, the newer stuff I'm not so happy with. The older stuff is quite good.
Yeah. Now, something bad came out of the Fappening as well.
Did it?
Yeah, Reddit shut it down.
Oh.
They closed the subreddit.
What bad could possibly come of sharing...
Nude pictures
of celebrities?
They were illegally obtained, though, weren't they?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't think Reddit are going to do well out of doing that.
No.
Because people are going to... Like, Reddit's supposed to be this big thing where people can share what they want and they can say what they want.
And the operative word.
They do have rules that you have to abide by, and apparently it did break some of those rules. And they did raise, they decided on this forum that they were going to try and get as many people as they can to donate money to prostate cancer charity.
Okay.
Which is I can see why they did it.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. They raised £6,000.
Wow.
And then the prostate cancer charity sent it back.
Did they?
They refused it.
Oh.
Yeah.
They don't want money based on...
I don't want anything to do with that. And the other good thing they did was... I think it was a topless leak for J-Law or something, hashtag on Twitter, that a Reddit user or a 4chan user tried to get started. You know how they did that bald for Bieber?
Yeah.
That thing that they trolled people. They said we should all band together and go bald for Bieber. They did the same. We should all band together and go topless. Post naked topless pictures of ourselves on Twitter for Jennifer. And a couple of people went for it.
I can imagine.
It was fucking genius. The trolls on these trolling. I like this trolling thing. Because although you're tricking girls into doing it, the girls are doing it. Yeah. They are choosing to post the topless pictures.
Yeah, it's not been illegally obtained.
No, so that's brilliant. You got a couple of people who had spoken out about it. Ricky Gervais spoke out about it. I've lost the page. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, here it is. Ricky Gervais. He has to have put his 2 cents in.
I wasn't going to say it, but yeah.
He has to put his 2 cents in on Twitter, of course.
Yes.
And he put out, but celebrities make it harder for... Celebrities, make it harder for hackers to get nude pics of you from your computer by not putting nude pics of yourself on your computer.
I mean, it's sense, isn't it, really?
And he got a lot of hate for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Just because people like us don't like him?
If we want to put naked pictures of ourselves out there, we should. And it's kind of, if you do it, people are going to find it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're saying. And then because of that, he then pulled down the tweet.
Right.
And it says, of course, the hackers are 100% to blame, but you can still make jokes about it. Jokes don't portray our true serious feelings on the subject. Mm-hmm. Which is right. That's what jokes are.
The nature of satire.
Yeah, jokes, it's people saying things that you can't say. And the reason it's funny is because you shouldn't say it.
Yeah.
That's what makes things funny. It's more important to spend your energy trying to stop actual bad things than to run around trying to stop jokes about the bad things. Offence is the collateral damage of free speech. I think those tweets are probably my favourite tweets I've ever seen from him. Yeah, stop getting upset about this joke and try to stop it happening.
Yeah, by not leaving nude photos of yourself all over the internet.
Yeah, or like taking a stand or starting petitions or going marching on something, or, you know, being the general hippie selves.
Yeah.
So he and then he posted a quote from Porridge: "Don't let the bastards grind you down."
That's it.
To stick up for himself. Helen Mirren, probably my favourite one of them all.
Okay.
She spoke out about it.
Did she have naked pictures?
Her tweets are as follows. Helen says, "I kept desperately looking at the list of people whose phones were hacked, hoping to see my name. You weren't anybody if your phone hadn't been hacked." This is in an interview. She adds, "The best thing is to not take it too seriously. Who on earth would go and put nude photos of themselves on their phones anyway? That I don't quite get." And she said, the anonymity, fucking got it right, the hackers have should be taken away. To do it anonymously is so cowardly. I think only women's phones have been targeted because 12-year-old boys want to look at it. There are an awful lot of 12-year-old boys who are anything between the age of 11 and 45.
I was going to say.
That is classy.
Yeah.
I love her thing though. Like, I kept looking for my name. I kept looking for your name as well, if I'm honest, Helen.
She's a class act, is Helen.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you don't have to go far on the internet to find naked pictures of Helen Mirren.
That's a very good point.
She's like Kate Winslet.
Well, you don't have to go very far to look at naked pictures of Jennifer Lawrence anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh, we're bad. We are all 12-year-old boys,
aren't we? No, precisely. We're not bad. We're just boys. That's the problem.
There's videos of some of them as well somewhere.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, apparently. Haven't found any of those yet. Not that I've been looking.
For Anywhere But Here this week.
So yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
That fappened.
It did fappen.
Yeah.
More ire on the internet.
Yeah.
This one comes from Jo, obviously. Because every Saturday she starts to bombard our various accounts with news stories.
I haven't seen Tom do any research.
Yep.
And I'm guessing Ant probably has done about as much research as Tom, so I'm going to help them.
So yeah, this one comes from the Metro, where a banker throws a one-way tantrum after a Tinder girl rejects his shocking chat-up line. And essentially, this guy goes on a bit of a tirade.
Tinder is the
app that
swipe left for yes and right for no, isn't it? Like,
it's Uber speed dating for the internet generation.
It's very shallow. It is based on how somebody looks, and
a picture comes up. If you like the look of them, you swipe left.
Right,
I don't know. And
There's
if you don't like the look of them, you swipe the other way.
Yeah.
And if you swipe the right way, it sets up a chat or something, doesn't it?
Basically, if you've said yes to them and they've said yes to you, it allows you to message each other.
I'll tell you what, I'm so fucking glad I'm not young and single at the moment, because if this is the way that you've got to meet people nowadays, I don't think I'd survive.
Oh, yeah.
I prefer meeting people in the old-fashioned way, pissed up in a club.
So I met Liz. The thing is, it would be interesting, an interesting experiment, but then I've got that real bad sort of introvert, self-conscious thing where I'd be like, why haven't I got any matches?
Precisely.
And I'm so shallow that I would only sort of swipe the right way for like 8s and above. I'm that shallow.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Has she got a cleavage? Yes.
Swipe.
Does she look like she'd be quite a nice person, but she's dressed kind of sensibly? Yeah. No. Like that would be my mindset. It sort of started with Grindr, didn't it?
That was the gay one,
version, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I became aware of that on a trip away with work when I went with one of my colleagues who decided to get a little bit of action. And was like,
really?
This thing's called Grindr. It's amazing. I got a blowjob last night from some random. I was like, what?
Yeah. I became aware of that when I first got my first iPhone, and I was working at the calendar store, and Fergus decided he wanted to play with my phone, and I looked and he had downloaded Grindr on it. Fucker. So in my purchased apps now, in the list right at the bottom, one of my first apps is Grindr.
Brilliant.
Bastard.
Oh dear. But so this guy on Tinder was messaging some girl. I can only assume that she then posted this entire thing to the internet somewhere.
But there must have been a match.
Yeah. They must have matched.
So she didn't reject him initially?
No. And he decided to begin the chat with, what are you doing tomorrow night? I want to cook. You can put my meat in your mouth.
Amazing.
Yeah. 3
messages and he strikes out.
Straight in there. And she sends a very simple message back saying, stop messaging me.
Oh, okay.
And then, what? That came from nowhere. You're kind of rude. You should apologise. You're only on Tinder to get attention, aren't you? This is ridiculous. I should not be getting disrespected by you. You're not hot enough to be acting like this.
Okay.
To which she replies, hey, and there's an expletive there that they've blanked out.
Or it's his name.
No, I think it's a racial expletive.
Oh.
It turns out these people are black.
Oh.
Not disrespecting you.
So it ends with A, not R?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Oh yeah, you can just about see the end of the A there.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, not disrespecting you. I just don't want to talk, and we don't know each other, so it shouldn't matter. I hope you have a good night. Smiley face.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from the A.
Yeah, but then maybe they're ghetto.
We're so fucking white.
And then he replies, that's the point. If you meet on Tinder, you exchange numbers and get to know each other, you stupid fuck. You're so fucking stupid. If you only knew I made 32,000 since June, then you treat me differently. Such fucking nonsense.
He's a heroin dealer or something.
No, he's a banker.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But you're the type to hang in Buckethead, so hang in Buckethead. I don't know where Buckethead.
Is that Buckethead or Buckhead?
Buckhead, sorry. So it makes sense that you would think you're elite and better than everyone, even though most people that live in Buckhead are upper middle class by the rest of the country's standards.
That's where she lives,
yeah.
Right?
Have to get out of Atlanta, getting rejected by 6s, a new low. You're not even hot and you act like a princess. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? You work as an account manager. I trade future contracts on my couch.
You fucking arsehole.
And then he goes on, recognise superiority, know your place. And then there's a link there somewhere. You look like an alien in that picture. Eyes way too far apart. Learn your place in the dating game. You're from Maine. You're not good enough to reject me. Second chin in your socks / Fenway picture. Mind blown that you wouldn't give me your number. And then he posts another picture of her with a double chin. I want to poke it and watch it jiggle. And then I think so. Yeah, she replies something like she tweets back something, or it's something that he's tweeted out saying, "Bitch, I'm black. People always think I'm Ashton Kutcher." I don't quite understand what that means.
No.
And then he says, "Don't you get that I'm above you? God's Sex and the City has fucked up the minds of so many chicks in our generation. It's awful. You guys all think you're the shit, no matter how mediocre looking you are."
What a cock.
Yeah, I know.
What an absolute.
And she didn't say anything back in that entire time.
Yeah.
Like, he just went on one. Yeah, just a horrible, horrible place, the internet sometimes, isn't it? What a dick.
Dickhead.
Just because she decided not to want to put his cock in her mouth.
Yeah,
that's
that's like my favourite part is that like he just basically just says put my cock in your mouth. She's like, stop messaging me. He's like, that came from nowhere.
You're
what
kind
are you
of rude.
talking about?
You should apologise.
No, it's the other way round, you dickhead. Oh my God. And the problem is you don't know how that girl's, like, her self-worth is. Like, she might, she's posted up, so she's probably quite confident in herself.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Like, think how many other people he might have done that to.
Yeah, exactly. It's just nasty.
And, like, people that have sort of self-image issues.
And that's the thing. It's like, you
don't
know who you're talking to, do you?
There's no need for that.
And it's a dating website. It's supposed to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing is, Grindr is just for hooking up.
Grindr is just for that, but Tinder is slightly
I think,
more
is supposed to be more.
Yeah, from what I've heard from listening to the Scott Mill show.
Oh,
it's just it's kind of it's less to do with hooking up. It's more to do with actually dating.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Fucking idiot. What an arse.
Yeah. So sharing things on the internet is not always a good thing.
No,
regardless
not
of whether
all.
it's naked pictures.
Well, that's all right.
That's fine.
Did you hear? I'm going to be honest, I haven't read this. I heard about it and I was just like, well, what the fuck? I saw the headline. It's one of those ones where you see the headline and you don't read it and you think, it might be interesting.
Yeah.
London beheading accused. Nicholas Salvador appears in court charged with murder. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
This is insane.
It's fucked up.
Like, a man has appeared in court accused of beheading a grandmother with a machete in her back. This is in London.
Yeah. There's a lot of horrible, nasty hackings up in London, though.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't so long ago that there were those,
those extremists.
Voodoo-ish type shit where they were dismembering people and stuff like that.
I don't think I heard about that.
Yeah, it was linked into voodoo.
Yeah, and I remember the extremists hacking that guy, that soldier who got off the bus with Help for Heroes.
Lee Rigby, yeah.
Yeah. Was that last year or was that the year before?
It was last year, yeah. I think. Yeah.
That was messed up. Especially they filmed it as well. Someone filmed it. This guy, Nicholas Salvador, 25, was led into a glass-fronted dock with his hands cuffed behind his back, escorted by 4 uniformed police. Oh, this is about his trial. He killed Palmyra Silva, 82.
Yep.
In the garden of her home. That's in Edmonton?
Yeah, Edmonton in London, yeah.
Yeah, age. Yeah, why did he do it? He was remanded in custody. It doesn't have anything. He was an aspiring cage fighter with the nickname Fat Nick because of his huge frame. Probably because he's fat. He'd been taken to hospital and remained under police guard before. Oh, he was probably shot then.
Quite possibly.
I'm trying to find fucking why he did it. This is the problem.
I'm not sure they've
reading the article beforehand.
I'm also not sure they've released that because he's only just been. It only just went to court the other day.
Yeah.
So I don't think the actual motive has been found out yet.
Okay, Salvador allegedly murdered the elderly woman after going on a rampage through back gardens, ranting about cats. The Standard describes how one witness heard him shouting, "The cats have stolen my lighter," before decapitating a defenceless animal. Think he might have been high.
Slightly, yeah.
One witness who did not want to be named described the horrifying moment he saw a headless cat as he watched the drama from his window.
That's horrific.
The man said there was a scream, so I went to the windows and saw a guy with a machete with blood dripping from it. We saw a cat on the floor without a head. He was standing in a garden and walking up and down shouting about cats. Ooh.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So he was high, running through gardens because the cat stole his lighters.
Beheading cats,
and she got in the way, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Or she had cats.
Yeah, and she was trying to protect one.
That's messed up.
Yeah. Drugs, kids, just say no.
Just don't do them. That's what Grange Hill taught us, wasn't it?
Yeah, just say no.
Yeah, sorry, that was a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
I don't know why the cats made it worse.
I'm not sure why either. Why would you chop a head off a cat?
I have cats.
Because it stole your lighter, I suppose.
Apparently cats are good for keeping spiders away.
Are they?
For keeping spiders out of your house.
Oh, yeah.
Not away.
Actually saying that.
We don't get a lot of spiders in our house, to be fair. Usually in the bath. With the big chunky
it's coming up to
the new big chunky ones.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's coming up to that time of year again now, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's one that's kind of made a home out between our bins.
Oh, right.
Big one.
Yeah.
Big.
See, I don't mind if it's outside.
What if you've got to walk past it on your way out and I've just told you about it?
Yeah,
Sorry. I just realised.
Thinking about that now.
I'll double check. It's not
It's
out
fine.
there.
It's okay.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Something else fucked up I found on the internet this week.
Oh, yeah.
Alabama man cheated on his wife with a goat.
Yeah.
This is something that I posted to Facebook and therefore Twitter.
He's a thumbhead.
He is a thumbhead. It's ridiculous. He looks like a potato.
He looks like a Sultaran.
Even I know what that means.
Yeah. Well done, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I got that joke. I'm like Captain America over here. So an Alabama woman had the surprise of her life when surfing the web. She fell on videos involving her husband and a goat in sexual foreplay.
Now, why was she searching?
I don't know.
What was she searching
for Jennifer Lawrence? I don't know. She was actually consulting the history of her web browser when she discovered the double life of her husband, who took pleasure posting the controversial videos on his YouTube account.
YouTube? He obviously doesn't know about incognito browsing.
Evidently not. The videos that have now been removed.
She looks like a Sultaran.
She looks like an actress from something.
Well.
No, it's one of those like.
Familiar.
She looks like the ugly sister. Have you seen Love Actually?
Yeah.
The ugly sister of the Spanish girl who Colin Firth ends up with, the fatter one.
Oh, yeah.
She does.
Yeah. I was trying to think of who... Yes.
The videos that have now been removed from YouTube led to the arrest of the 36-year-old man who would have taken affection not only to the family pet goat, but also to other animals of the small family farm, such as a turkey, a lamb, and even their emu.
That's dangerous.
Now, he's a big man. If he's catching an emu to sodomise it, yeah.
I suppose it's only dangerous if Rod Holt's got his hand up.
True. Yeah.
That's a dangerous emu.
You know he'd have been investigated by U-Tree, don't you?
God, yeah.
If one believes the diary, blah 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 blah. So that was in his diary. That he also went after the turkey, the lamb, and the emu.
A turkey.
A turkey.
I know you stuff turkeys at Christmas.
Maybe it was a Christmas thing. Maybe he dressed up as Santa or something. Sadly, this is not the first time that such acts occur in the small community, where as much as 17 cases of gruesome bestiality have been identified in the last 5 years. A situation that worries the authorities, who say they are powerless in front of such a situation.
It's happening a lot in that one town.
Yeah, in Alabama, Beatrice, Alabama.
Okay, don't move there, or do, depending on your preference.
Yeah, but he's not a nice looking man.
I've got something for you to search on Google.
Okay,
so
righto.
Let's hope this works.
Bear with me.
Now, it's all one word. Please don't be worried. I don't know what I did it on my mobile, so I don't know what pictures are going to show up if the image search comes up. Search for dwarf porn as one word and look at the first result. Please. Oh, come on. Come on.
Really? We are the first thing that comes in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from the episode where Corky was with us, wasn't it? Yeah. We are the top result for dwarf porn on the internet.
But as one word.
As one word.
How good is that?
Thanks, guys.
Now ask the question. How did I figure that out?
That's a very good question.
No, it's in the dashboard of our WordPress blog.
Right.
You know, when it has search terms.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Dwarf porn has been showing up like 2 or 3 times every week that we've been brought up because of the search term dwarf porn. And I was like, why? And I typed it into Google as one word and it was the first result. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's because one of the tags is dwarf porn.
It was the Oscar predictions from this year. Amazing.
That's why the best and the top episode, the top page that comes up is Oscar Pistorius and Pitbull Sex.
Yeah,
that's the same
Oscars,
Pistorius and Pitbull Sex.
Yeah, that one comes up an awful lot.
Yeah, because of dwarf porn.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
I see.
That
now
is
we know.
SEO. It's called. That's top SEO from Tom there. Dwarf porn in the tags, dwarf porn in the body.
There you go, you see. I wonder if we've retained any listeners who have been looking for dwarf porn. If you're a listener who has been looking for dwarf porn and has found us and is still listening,
email us so you know you can. Your name doesn't have to be out there.
We won't read your name out. We just want to know.
Let us know if you found us because you were searching for dwarf porn.
Oh,
how insane
awesome.
is that?
That's amazing.
I thought so.
Great.
It made me laugh when I found it. I was like, I've got to do this on the podcast. I've got to get Tom to look it up.
That's awesome.
It was one of those things. As soon as I said dwarf porn, you were probably like, "What?
What are we doing?"
Yeah, top result. ABA anywhere but here.
I like it.
Brilliant.
Like it a lot. More stupidity from the internet. This comes from Phil Clark.
Yes.
He emailed us the other day, and I was going to read through a load of it, but it's one of those wiki articles that's just ongoing.
It's a live updates, live update news event.
from a website called EDL News, which is the English Defence League.
But
it's not by them. It's by people effectively lampooning them.
Yeah, it's not pro EDL.
No, it's very much against EDL.
People laughing at the EDL, EDL.
Because effectively, for those of you who don't know, EDL is kind of another one of those right-wing groups in the vein of BNP.
Yeah.
The National Front, that kind of thing. There's
Somebody
actually
you shouldn't vote for.
What I've learned from this is actually there are so many, and they all hate each other.
Oh, all
of the white supremacist groups
and things. Yeah.
But basically, what it is, something else horrific came out in the news this week, where there's been historical kind of brushings under the carpet of child abuse in a town called Rotherham up in Yorkshire.
Yes.
Where for years a group of largely Indian Pakistani men have run this kind of child sex ring in Rotherham for years, and the police haven't done enough about it.
Yeah.
Which is horrific.
Yes.
And no one is for it.
No.
But the EDL have taken this, like, they've become grief hawky about it.
Unfortunately, because it is Indian, Pakistani,
entirely,
Asian sort of,
And now, like, this one guy, what's his name?
It's turned into a thing where all Muslims and Sikhs are pedophiles for them.
Well, it will eventually turn into that. This guy called Andy Edge is currently sitting in a tent outside Rotherham Police Headquarters in Yorkshire on hunger strike until the South Yorkshire Police Commissioner, Sean Wright, resigns.
All right.
And he's been there all week. He's been there for 10 days, in fact. This is day 10.
10 days without food?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Crazy.
Right? And effectively, it started out just him down there on his own. And, via Facebook and stuff like that, all their various kind of means of disseminating hate on the internet.
I mean, ultimately, it is a commendable thing, isn't it? Like going on hunger strike until something gets done about it. Until the guy who's been brushing it under the carpet, not doing anything about it.
No, precisely.
It's fine.
I mean, I want to get the latest.
The angle he's taken on it isn't
the best. Of course not, no. But I'm going to see if I can try and get...
something funny?
Well, no. It's just the fact that he's been on hunger strike, yet every single day he's had something to eat. Apparently he had a massive feast before he went down there. He's type 1 diabetic, so not the best idea anyway, but he's due in court in a couple of weeks because of aggravated assault at another EDL riot.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
So in solidarity, at 9 o'clock the second night, the EDL have decided to spark up a barbecue in solidarity for his hunger strike.
Which seems mean, to stand next to him and spark up a barbecue.
You'd think so.
Someone who's on hunger strike.
By 11 o'clock, Andy had sneaked a burger.
Right, okay, so fair enough. They're actually going to give him food, so it's not that terrible then.
It's great. This website's brilliant because it's literally got updates throughout the day.
Well, 15-minute updates
9 o'clock the next day. The hapless hunger striker has spent the night in the rain. Will he last the day? Bad news for Andy, though. Wright has quit the Labour Party, but not his position. Will Andy last before A, he gets carted off to hospital, B, he gets carted off to prison? We'll bring you live updates throughout the day. And they literally do, like every 15 minutes.
Somebody or some people, a lot of people are watching it and just sending them updates.
10:30. Andy is now not eaten for 18 hours, apart from a sneaky burger. Apparently, the media is still largely pretending they are not there, as are the general public.
Just
like, no one was
them.
taking any notice at all. Later on, it makes fascinating reading, because then it turns out they're at the police station in Rotherham, but that's not where the police commissioner works. He works further away.
At the headquarters, probably. Yeah,
which is 14 miles away from where they are.
It's amazing. He's kind of like the sort of people that we spoke about last week that stand up for something but don't quite understand.
Yeah, no, precisely.
Yeah.
A call 4:43 on the second day.
That's very precise.
Yeah, a call for tents has been made as there is a lot of rain due in Rotherham. This should ensure that the area will look more like a refugee camp. Brave Andy's hunger strike is also going well, and he managed to eat a sandwich and a cup of coffee this afternoon. But has
a cup of coffee?
But has now not eaten for 24 hours, apart from a burger last night, some breakfast this morning, and a sarnie this afternoon. # pray for Andy. And it goes on. Like, there's this other fella who turns up and he's in a massively tight t-shirt.
Beast of a man.
Exclusive photo from Camp Andy. A pink tent has been erected for a child by a bloke who is wearing a child's t-shirt. And then he's still wearing the same t-shirt 4 days later.
Oh, really?
Hasn't left. Eventually they all get pissed up. They have a fight with the BNP.
Do any of those men have hair?
No, they're all skinheads, of course.
Fat skinheads with beer bellies.
They have a fight with the National Front at 10 o'clock on the third day.
And they're pissed up, so there's alcohol there now as well.
Andy got shot in the eye with a BB gun by some Muslim type in a car that drove by, apparently.
Drive-by BB.
So, yep. So what happened was that they decided to cook some bacon in protest for the marauding Muslim gangs.
Oh my God.
However, Andy has now not eaten for 28 hours, apart from a burger last night, breakfast this morning, a sarnie in the afternoon, and now a bedtime bacon sandwich.
This whole bacon against like Muslims thing.
I know, it's
people
ridiculous,
eating
isn't it?
bacon to stick one up the. Do you know why they don't eat bacon?
Why is that?
Because pigs are dirty creatures.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're probably looking at us eating bacon and going, "Go for it, you sick, gross, dirty bastard."
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with like religious beliefs. It's just because they believe it's a dirty animal.
This is true.
So it's like they're probably laughing at you when you eat bacon.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? The Bolton white nationalists joined in.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing. It's about one person in Bolton.
BWN.
Probably.
What's this with these three-letter acronyms?
I don't know.
Fucking ridiculous, isn't it?
They apparently can't stand the EDL for not being overly committed to Nazism, but are going to go anyway. They might get to know and like Andy and his friends if they sit down together and don't end up getting into a punch-up. They say, just to inform some that may not be aware of our stance, we do not stand with any org unless their THERE.
Of course, yeah.
Ideology.
So their ideology.
Yeah. And beliefs are the 14 words. Now, I don't know what the 14 words is. I'm afraid to put them into Google just in case I get...
Yeah, what are the BWN's 14 words?
It is as simple as that. Silly little attention-seeking Facebook pages or groups that pretend to fight for us and our lands are nothing more than an embarrassment to our race. They are, however, of no concern to us Bolton white nationalists. But if you have any allegiances with any of these, like the EDL or such, please do feel free to fuck off. So... At once, they're standing together and pushing apart.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, like, loads of white power organisations kind of join. There he is with his can of Stella.
Oh, he's got a bit of hair.
Yeah, he's got some hair.
Stella, good for a
He's
hunger
having
strike.
a piss against the wall.
Good, classy man.
Yeah.
Northwest Infidels Fight Back.
Yeah.
17.
You got the British United British Nationalists and the English Nationalists. And this is it. This whole thread is hilarious because of the way it's written.
Oh my fucking God!
It goes on forever. They give weather updates the whole time, just rubbing it in that it's pissing hard. There's also someone has been The Scouse nationalists
Oh my God.
accused the EDL of being thick morons and embarrassment, and finally accused them of drinking foreign lager and snorting shit cocaine from Wales. The Scouse nationalists are paying Camp EDL a visit tomorrow.
Oh, fuck's sake. Some of your tents are going to go missing. Not that Scousers do that.
They're the Welsh people who've supplied the shit cocaine.
Oh, right.
But
that guy dressed up as Hitler looks like, what's his name, from On the Buses?
He does. Blakey.
I hate you. Have a bag of cocaine.
But yeah, essentially it's just it's hate-filled and it's awful.
And it's hilarious.
But it's hilarious. So, I may have to post this. I mean, Phil's posted it on the Facebook page.
Yeah, you go for posts by others. It's in there.
Yeah. There's this horrible woman who turns up at some point, Gail Spate. She gets pissed up for a few days with them and then remembers that she's got a daughter at home.
Oh my God.
Goes back for a day and then comes back to the EDL camp.
Put another bowl of food down.
Yeah, they all call each other patriots as well.
Really?
Yeah. That guy there looks like Schmeagol.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just awful.
Lots of pictures of people sticking their fingers up.
Yeah,
there's that post about them being in the wrong place and it's got a Google map.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the EDL are in the wrong place by 14 miles. It's hilarious. It's these ridiculous right-wing groups that all have the same ideology but can't stand each other at the same time. But what I'll do is I'll post that for you to have a browse over because it's just hilarious. Like, people are fucking stupid.
They are. We know.
And awful.
We've been trying to tell you for months over.
And once again, we've managed to have almost an entire episode about the shitness of people again.
That's our
modus operandi, isn't it?
I'd rather be anywhere but here. As the song goes.
Indeed it does.
Amazing.
So yeah, one more week with people being dicks. Some in a way that makes us happy.
Yeah.
Some in a way that makes us angry.
Yeah, your dicks for stealing the pictures. But, Yeah.
They shouldn't be backing these things up to the cloud. This is the warning. Don't take nude pictures of yourself and back them up somewhere. Make sure they get deleted or put in a safe place. A hard drive, for example.
Use a digital camera.
Yeah.
Don't use film camera because then you've got to go and get it printed and the people
precisely.
can make duplicates if they need to.
Yeah.
You can get a digital camera. You can take, if you want them printed off to stay safekeeping, you can go down to Boots or something and use their self-printing service.
Mm-hmm.
They do, although
this
that just show up on a big screen.
Yeah.
I'm just giving people advice.
I was going to say, this comes from the voice of experience.
I have used those machines.
For this kind of thing?
No. I'm not stupid enough to take naked pictures.
There's probably an audience out there somewhere.
What, for my pictures?
I don't know.
So, yeah.
Oh dear. But yeah, so again, let us know what you think of the episode. Keep on sending us interesting stuff to talk about.
Yeah. We will look up if we've got any new reviews.
Yeah.
Or ratings
and we'll shout you out because that's what we do. Thank you for the people who got in touch with us this week, being largely Phil and Joe and Robbie.
Yeah.
And Dave, who was also on another massive shift the other week.
Yeah.
He apologised for going on such a rant. I think he might have been a bit tired.
A bit bored. They have that room they go to, don't they, when they're on long shifts for their breaks. I don't know if they do over here, actually.
I'm not sure. I know,
let us know.
Because it's Scrubs.
Scrubs, that's why I know, But that's usually when they're doing like 24-hour shifts.
Yeah.
And they're on call and stuff.
Carry on doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Dave. And well done for going through the back catalogue, because I know that you started.
That's crazy.
Mental.
Crazy.
But dedicated.
Yeah.
We like it. We like it.
We love it. We love you all for it.
Yeah. Get in touch with us with stuff that you want us to talk about, stuff that you think we should be talking about, things that you find funny or interesting.
And let us know what you thought about this.
Yeah.
The stories from this week.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about the Fappening.
The Fappening, or, whether or not you support the EDL. No, we don't want to know that.
No.
We don't want.
No, we don't want EDL supporters in our audience.
No. But yeah, have a read of that EDL news
It's funny. I'm going to go back. I did have a quick glance over it.
I spent about half an hour reading through it the other night.
I haven't read all of it yet.
While Jo was watching TV, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, laughing a lot. It is good. So I'll post that on Facebook and Twitter again. I'll retweet Phil's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So brilliant. for this episode of Anywhere But Here, I have been Tom.
And I've been Ant.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.